From 41 Seaver Way, welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. Coming up, Game 1 of the World Series on MLB The Show. It's the Baltimore Orioles going up against the New York Mets.
And now,
this crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. And on the mound today, Freddie Peralta. What do we have on him?
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
About to get started here for Game 1. Here's
Ball
the second
outside.
baseman.
Circle change. Low outside.
The 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Low outside.
And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Low outside.
Got him swinging.
batting second, short
Gunnar Henderson now at the plate.
Outside.
Peralta.
No, that's out.
He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
Ball four, runner
Outside,
take your
it's
base.
Ball 4.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Stays alive.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of
Outside,
trouble.
ball.
This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Got him. That's out number 2. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. Ball to strike. The pitch comes up empty. That's strike 2. How much of the ability to runner takes off? Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here at Citi Field, and getting the start for Baltimore, Kyle Bradish. What do we need to know here about the right-hander? Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Game 1 of the World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun. The performance has been outstanding, and why should it stop now?
How do they cool him off?
Well, they're going to be extremely careful with him. I doubt he's going to get much to hit today, but when he does, be careful because he can hit it a long way.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Juan Soto. Man at second. That one fouled off. And a 1-2. On the ground
Foul
right
ball.
side. And that's just foul. That's smashed towards center. Cowser ranging back and makes the grab. Runner tags at second. The relay to third. He's in there. Bo Bichette up to the dish. One away with a runner at third here in Game 1 of the World Series. Way inside.
The crowd here has been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first-inning lead.
Line drive, base hit. Scoring is Lindor.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Just
Inside,
missed.
ball.
Line drive to short and caught.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Bichette off of first with 2 away. And that one fouled off. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. A two-run shot, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here's Marcus Semien. Next offering is fouled back. That one 95 to finish him off. Game 1 of the World Series. Now here's the Orioles DH, Jeremiah Jackson.
There's a good feel in the ballpark, and that's what you expect when the home side has the lead in Game 1. This energy is going to keep building with every out.
Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion, everything is amplified. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
High inside.
Fastball for a strike.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Good job to fight that one off.
Circle change. Low outside.
And a payoff pitch. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. One out man at first. Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. Strike 2.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is even, 2-2. Fights it off, he'll see another.
Low outside.
Runner on the move, and they'll do it again.
Slider. Middle outside. Slider. Middle outside.
This one chopped up the middle. On the run, throw to first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Batting ninth, right fielder Tyler
No
O'Neill.
problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Missed with a changeup. Full count now. Peralta, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Brings it in for the third out. Back here in Queens, bottom of the second, Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. The 1-1. This one in the air, center field. Cowser under it. Takes it in for the out. And there's one down. And now it's Mark Vientos. Here's a 1-1. Chopper to second. Holiday gets it to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Swings and misses, struck him out. New inning getting started. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Jackson Holiday. And that's in the dirt.
That's down.
And
Ball.
that's ball 2.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Foul ball.
Circle change. Low outside.
2-2. That's the third, and that one handled. Over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one finds the corner, and a count 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Pitch is in the dirt. Now 2-2.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Orioles.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Pete Alonso.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bone.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. As we go to the last of the third. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Here's a 1-1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next,
Watch Soto now.
left fielder, Juan Soto.
Lindor on the move. There's a ball. Safe at second, and that was not close. Man at second. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lindor zipping around third. The throw's offline. He's safe. And they lead by 4.
Comes through with the RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Bradish checks over to first, and he's back. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Runner on the go. And safe. It's a stolen base. On the ground. And it goes just foul. Two. Up the middle. Henderson. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
So now with one away and a man at second. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. That one way inside.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Whips it to first. That's out number 2. Birria Baty up now for the Mets. Ball to strike. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Picks himself up at RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now it's Marcus Semien. And that drops in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. That one way inside. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Two now. Semien waits. Runner goes again. Out towards left center. Cowser on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here at Citi Field. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. Fans lands another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So now here's the DH, Jeremiah Jackson. Hit hard on the ground to short. Lindor on to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, base is empty. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Ripped to short. To first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Cade Povich.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
What a stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Next is the designated hitter, Mark Vientos. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now it's Luis Roberts.
Center fielder, Luis Roberts Jr.
The 1-1. And that one ripped to left. Base hit. The throw into second. In there safely.
He beat it.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Francisco Lindor digs in now. 2 on, 1 out.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Cowser on his way over. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. Here's Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
2 on, 2 outs. Robert on the go. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. The 2-2 on the way. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Grabs it right up against the wall. Game 1 of the World Series. Ready now for the 5th inning. Jordan Westburg getting ready to hit.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
Swinging a ground ball, and it finds its way through for a hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Up next for the Orioles,
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. So up next, Tyler O'Neill. The Mets leading by 5, and we're at the top of the 5th.
No, ball.
4-seam fastball. Low outside. Overhand curve. Low middle.
Here's a 2-2. Dives, and he can't hang on. Flips it. Nicely done for the out. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Jackson Holiday, the next to hit.
Overhand curve. Middle outside.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Right through there. Got him. That's the 3rd out. Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Bo Bichette up now for the Mets. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Payoff pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit. And now two aboard.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
At the plate, Birria Baty on the ground, right side, and that chance handled. Throws to Henderson. Over
He's
to
in there.
first, safe.
Well, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
2 on, 1 out. Hard hit into the gap. 1 run will score. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 7-0. Francisco Alvarez will hit next. Step off throw to first. Runner on the go. Pitch is low.
Ball.
Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe.
High leg kick hangs in the air, but he read it nicely. And now in scoring position to add on to this lead.
Hard liner. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Now Mark Vientos. Man at second. On the ground right side. Toss to Alonso. That's the third. Back here at Citi Field. All set for the top of the 6th. Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. Out to short. Lindor. Throws to first in time. Now 1 gone at the top of the 6th. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Hard hit left side. Slings to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. 2 down, bases empty. Taylor Ward
That's
digs
a ball.
in now.
4-seam fastball. Low outside.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that is that. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Luis Robert.
Center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. In the air to left center. Cowser on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. So the batting order turns over. So up next for New York, Francisco Lindor. This ball's chopped on the ground. And
Foul ball.
Foul ball. The 1-2. Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. And now it's Juan Soto. Well struck. Deep right field. Way back. And out of here. A solo shot. And they add on.
You almost feel bad for the baseball when Juan Soto hits it. His swing is so powerful. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Chase McDermott. So 2 down. Now the third baseman, Bo Bichette. And a 2-1 on the way. Now one missed. That's a strike, and it's a full count. Two down, nobody on. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now the first baseman, Jorge Polanco. The 1-1.
That's inside. That's a ball.
And that one clips the corner. This one in the air, center field. Kowser under it. And that is that. Top of inning number 7. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Jeremiah Jackson.
Now pitching for the Mets,
Luis Garcia
number
into the
48,
game.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Inside. Ball 3.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
That's ripped. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Sinker.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. Coming home. The relay to the plate. Safe. And they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Well done. Drives in the run. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Now here is Jordan Westburg.
Ball. Outside.
Sinker. Middle outside.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the late stages of game 1. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
The 2-2. And he hits a ground ball right side.
That's a foul.
And that's just foul. Stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Outside low. 3-2 now.
Sinker. Below middle.
This one in the air, center field. Robert on his way over. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second.
Was able to move the runner up to third on that deep fly to center, but I think this point he wants to get him over and get him in.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there are 2 down. Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. That one fouled hard the other way. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That ends the inning. And back here in Queens, set for the last half of the 7th. Brett Baty up now for the Mets. And that one wrapped foul. Here's a 1-2. There's a swing and a drive. And wow, that one is way out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 9-1.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Semien. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. 1 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Next pitch
Ball.
misses. Ball 3. Liner snagged at first. 2 outs, base is empty. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
Mark Vientos.
The 1-1. Right through there for a strike. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Rutschman on to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Jackson Holliday.
Now pitching for the Mets.
So Minter will take over.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Oh, what a lunging grab. Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit. And that's ball 4.
Nope, that's ball 4.
You know, this guy
Runner
wants
take your
to
base.
swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the 2nd time he's taken ball 4.
The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in game 1 of the World Series. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Ball.
2-seam fastball. Low outside. Circle change. Low outside.
2-2 on the way. Sets him down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone. Back here at Citi Field. Bottom of the 8th. Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets. Fastball for a strike. That misses.
That's a ball.
And it's 3-2. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. The kick, the 3-2. Out towards right center field. O'Neal takes it in for the out. And there's one away. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Swing and a ball drilled in the air to center. Cowser should have this one. 2 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
That one misses. 3-1 now. Right through there for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Game 1 of the World Series. All set to start the 9th in this one. Jeremiah Jackson now at the plate.
Outside. 2-seam fastball. Low outside.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
2-seam fastball. Low middle.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Soto under it. And there's one down. Here's Adley Rutschman.
For the Orioles, catcher Adley Rutschman.
2-seam fastball. Low outside.
This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. And they cut into the deficit.
pitchers are taught to keep the ball down so that you don't get hurt. But unfortunately on that one, he made a pretty good pitch in terms of location, but it was just a better swing.
One down. And next for the Orioles, Jordan Westburg. The 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Two-seam fastball. High outside.
Struck him out without a swing. And the Orioles down to their final out. 2 down, bases empty. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. On the ground, right side. Simeon. On to first. Ball game. And the Mets start this World Series on the right foot as they win Game 1 here at home.
It's pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in Game 1 to set the tone.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
This one ends the final 9-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.